How you doing today?
Not bad. Just working.
Thank you so much. I know you're busy, so I'm going to get right to it. I want to just first start off by saying thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and talk to us and answer the fans' questions. We really appreciate it. So what I'll do is I'll start off with one of my questions, and then I'll get right into the fans' questions in the interest of time, because I know you're working. Okay?
Well, you don't gotta rush too hard. Let me just give me 1 second. I'm gonna start this truck up. It's Chicago, so it's cold out here.
We don't know anything about that.
Man, I don't know.
Look, I knew the racers were gonna get on here with that foolishness. They already started.
Yeah, but Dunkmaster's slow ass. I ran out his life, and then he wouldn't take the back tire with the black blur in Florida. So I just let him do the talking. He capped all 2019. He says all gap and no cap, and he capped all 2019.
Well, the first question I have for you is, how did you get started racing, and how long have you been racing?
Honestly, I've only been racing. The first race when I raced Dunkmaster was that was only my first ever street race.
Wow.
I've only been into racing for about 4 years now. Before this, all I cared about was cruising around and I just clean. I'm a painter, so I do body work and paint. Right now, what I'm doing in the garage back there is I got a '87 Grand National I'm redoing and building up so I could have a T-top car to cruise around.
Oh, wow.
All I ever cared about was clean paint and cruising. But there's this kid from out this way. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. He's got a big, he's my friend. It's Alan, but it's a big, ugly-ass station wagon. 26-inch 3-blade choppers on it. And it's a Turbo LS. And I used to see him at like certain little shows, and I used to always look at his motor, and I'm like, man, one day I'm going to do that. And that car's been Turbo LS for probably like 6-7 years now. And I used to always look at it, and I said, man, one day I'm going to do that. One day I'm going to do that. And I had a real nice show car Grand National. It was real nice. It was fully custom, and I got mad at it one day, and I posted it for sale. Can you guys? Somebody said my voice is low. Can they not hear me?
I can hear you fine. Maybe they can't hear you that well.
Oh, okay. Well, so then I sold that Grand National, and then I ended up, I forgot I had it. I had the car I have now in my dad's garage, because I just bought it because it was cheap, and I brought it to my dad's, and I forgot I had it. So I told my dad, like, I sold the fucking Grand National. Now what am I going to do? And my dad's like, well, what are you doing with this fucking white car you got in my garage? I was like, what white car? He was like, the goddamn Regal that's in my garage. And I'm like, man, I got a Regal in your garage? So then I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot about it. So I go to my dad's house, and I pulled it it was a Turbo V6 car. I pulled the Turbo 6 out of it, and then I went to the junkyard, bought a 5.3, and tore it apart, and then I found some guys to put it in and do the turbo kit, and that's it. And then I told them all I wanted it to do was good burnouts, and that was it. I just wanted it to be fast so I could do a burnout, and then it just escalated. Next thing you know, I'm like, oh, I want to go faster. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And I mean, it just keeps going. It just keeps escalating, and it ain't stopped ever since.
Well, that's a great problem to have, not remembering you had a car.
Yeah. It was just one of those things it slipped my mind that I had it.
All right, so I'll get right into the fans' question. Are you going to have a dunk coming out of your shop to race in 2020?
I don't have a shop. A lot of people message me and think that I have like they ask me about doing motor work and stuff like that. When I like blow my car up or my transmission goes out, I pull my trans and take it to have it rebuilt. When I pop the motor, I pull the motor out and put a new motor in. Like, I can do mechanical, but I'm not a mechanic. So
wow.
I won't, like, I'm doing the LS swap. I'll even, before, I just don't know if I'll get service in the garage, but before we're done, I'll show a little people what I'm doing in there. But I'm going to do the the LS swap in my Grand National, but I'm not a mechanic, so I won't take on like another person's job.
Right.
Like
That makes sense.
your car to do an LS swap to it because I'm not a mechanic. If something goes wrong with your car, I'm not going to be held responsible. Like my car, I put the motor in my car 2 times already when I popped it. I put 2 different motors in it, but I can do it to my own car because if I mess something up, it's my car. I don't care. Like, it's my mistake. I got to fix it, but I'm not going to hold myself liable to another person's car. And then, like, my tuners and the guys who work on my car, I met them through Facebook, but we became real good friends. They don't like working on people's cars. I guess I just caught them in a glory mode where they wanted to do it, and now they won't work on people's cars. It doesn't matter how much money you offer them. It's just my tuner, you could offer him all the money in the world. He won't tune somebody's car. Everybody from out by me always tries calling him to get a tune, and he just ignores calls. He just don't. It's not my fault. Like people always, you're high. You're not telling us because you don't want. I'm like, man, he just won't do it. It's hard. It's hard for me to get my tuner to do my car.
So you send him to Playboy Jeezy?
Oh yeah, I send anybody that asks me needs swaps, anything. I send them to Playboy.
Okay. Next question: have you ever raced Black Blur, and do you plan on racing him 2020?
I raced. I'm not going to give no excuses, so I'm just going to say I raced Black Blur and I lost.
Okay.
But I'm trying to rerun him to fix the mistake. I offered him the back tire in Florida, and Dunk Master said no.
All right, what's your favorite track to race?
Hold on. Let me answer this question real quick. Do you really feel like a champ since every race you won, by default, are people blowing up? Let me ask you something. A race is not a race. See, if your car can't make it from A to B, you lost. Is that my fault? Is it my fault that people are putting so much power? This is honest. This is honest to God truth. Is it my fault that people are putting so much power through their cars that they can't even make it to the quarter without blowing up? Is that my fault?
No.
My car's making it A to B.
Right.
When all them races that you guys see me win, that the people next to me's car's blown up, I drove an hour and a half after at Orlando. I drove an hour and a half home because Playboy, obviously, everybody knows he blew his motor.
Right.
So I put him on my trailer, and I drove my car an hour and a half home after I raced Hollywood. Miami, right after I did all them races, I drove my car an hour and a half back to where I was staying at. Then the next morning I woke up and drove an hour and 20 minutes to Miami and rode around Miami down South Beach and shit all day. Like I was in Miami riding around in the car. So I mean, is it my fault that cars can't make it to the quarter?
No.
I keep having people tell me like, oh, you know, they blew up. If they wouldn't have blew up, you would have lost. If they wouldn't have did this, you would have lost. If this wouldn't happen, you would have lost. Well, I mean,
you know what you should tell them?
If a football player don't catch the winning ball, he lost. It doesn't matter. If you can't say if he would have caught it, he would have won because he didn't win. He didn't catch the ball.
You know what you should tell them? You gotta tell them.
Ozzy backfired and blew. I don't know what he heard on his car, but Ozzy backfired and messed up when I raced him. Two Fly backfired and messed up when I raced him. Hollywood backfired and messed up when I raced him. Like, well, that's not my fault. Why? You know what I mean? I can't prevent that.
You know what you gotta tell them? If my auntie had nuts, she'll be my uncle.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? If my mom would have never met my dad, I wouldn't have been able to do that race. I mean, it's just there's a lot of what ifs and that. And then Dunk Master saying Black Blur's my daddy. Black Blur's a motherfucking turd. That's why Dunk Master had to order tires for that bitch because he knew he was about to get gapped. And I'm still gonna gap him even when he's on those tires. I'm gonna fuck his world up just like I did to that slow ass donkey guy.
Next question. What's your favorite track to race at?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been loving every track we've been to, so I can't even say. That's the honest to God truth. Every track I've been to, by far the stickiest track I've ever been to, still to this day was and which one? Steel. Out by Grand Nasty and them. that was the stickiest track, but it's an 8 mile track, and I only like quarter mile. So I mean, to me the 8 miles too fast. It's just not as fun.
This is a good one. I don't think they meant any disrespect because I know this person, but the question is, how does it feel to be the fastest junkyard LS in the game?
Feels good. I gotta say, it's my tuner. My tuner is from a little country town, and that's all they got out there. Is they're starting to upgrade now out where they're at, but that's all they got is a bunch of junkyard motors and their cars and their things. Their cars are moving. So they specialize in what I got.
What has been your favorite race that you've been in?
Man, I have a lot of them. Honestly, a lot of my favorite races were on the street.
Oh yeah?
A lot of my favorite ones were on the street because the street is a little bit more intense. So a lot of my favorites are on the street, but I'm trying to think there's actually, that's sad to say, but a few of them, they're non-rim. Well, I was on rims, but I raced a guy out here that's got a semi-built Z06. Not stock, and we were racing at a no-prep race, and we were in the finals, and they had to it took 45 minutes for them to figure out who won, because the track had no lights on, nothing. It was just people recording at the end to say who won, and the recording, they couldn't figure out who won, because we were that close. Wow. The black Camaro, Playboy said the black Camaro. That black Camaro he's talking about, I lost to him on, I was on my rims, and I raced a black Pro Charge Camaro on the street, and he fucked me up, and I was mad. So I told him, I made him lock in for me on slicks the next night, brought my car back on slicks, and man, I was all over the road. I was in oncoming traffic. I was not letting up. Like they were standing at the starting line, and they said they seen the whole side of my car, and I was still holding it, and I won. But that was a scary race, but it was fun.
The next question is, why a 5.3?
Honestly, I don't know. It was just when I first did it, everybody, like my tuner and everybody that was about to do my car, they said go with a 5.3. They said it's the best one to do, and I did it, and I've loved them ever since then. It's my first motor I had in my car for 3.5 years, and it won me a lot of races, and so I never wanted to do it.
Is there any G-body in Texas or California that you would love to race?
I don't know. I don't see many. The only one that I really see out of Texas is, I can't even think, I don't know, Hot Wheels. Or Doug Dallas, whatever, Hot Wheel Dallas, or I can't remember. But yeah, he's the only G-body out there that I would try. Because I don't know if the other one's really out there.
Who is your favorite person to race, or your biggest rival?
Biggest rival? I really don't have any. I'm not trying to be. It's me against the world. When I go to the track, if I'm whatever city I'm in, I'm racing. I mean, the only one I don't race is Playboy. Me and him don't race each other. That's all. I don't care what people say. They can talk shit. They can say they want to say. We don't race. But like, see, somebody said Hollywood, but we're just in Florida. When we were at the track, me and Hollywood were enemies. But we left that track. I seen him in the streets, and Hollywood showed me and my people the best hospitality in Miami that I've ever seen. So I don't got Hollywood. Hollywood is one of the. I can honestly say. So far, Hollywood is one of the best people in the car game to me. Like he showed so much respect to me and my boys. I'm grateful for that. He's a good dude for that. Like
a lot of people say that about him.
Yeah, he literally all my guys. I was with my girl, so I went parked my VIP'd my car on the beach and went on the beach, and but my boys were with Hollywood all day. He gave sold my boys some parts to fix one of their cars that broke and let them use his shop, and he's a good dude.
Right. All right, so this is a question that I ask all the guys. It's a two-part question. What do you think is helping big rim racing, and what is hurting big rim racing?
Hurting big rim racing is people trying to think this is a Hollywood script. So, no offense, Dunk Master is a cool motherfucker too, I'm not gonna lie. But his Hollywood actor shit, to me, is fucking up the game. Like, the Hollywood actor shit, this ain't fucking Hollywood. I'm not hood. I'm not hood. You'll never hear me say I'm hood. I'm not. I go around the hood, I hang with a lot of hood people, but I'm not hood. But, I am not going on camera and faking. You're not going to hear me saying fake shit. I don't fake shit. Like, this isn't a script. If we can't make a TV show or some shit off being real, then I don't want to be in it. Like, I don't like faking. If I lose to you, I'm not going to go on camera and say I won. It's just, I don't believe in that. I think that's what's going to fuck the game up.
So what is helping?
What's helping it is shit like what they just did in Florida. Look at all them races we had in Miami. That helps it. I don't know what they did or how they made that work, and I'm not trying to get cocky on it, but the big rim racing shit, it might not be the biggest thing in the world, but you see we came to Florida with a group of cars, win or lose, every car came off that trailer and raced. We had races, and people weren't being assholes, and like, you know, for some people, I don't bet big money. You'll never see me bet big money. I do not bet it. If I'm with my guys, they could bet big money, but I will not bet big money. If you race me and I bet over $300, my girlfriend seen me bet $400 at the track, and she almost had a heart attack, wondering what I was doing. I don't bet money. I hate gambling. I don't like betting.
So you would just race for fun?
Not for fun, but a couple $100. I'm like a $200-$300 racer. I'm happy. Let's do it. Let's be done. Like I don't race to get rich. I go to work every day to make money. I don't go.
But what happens when your car, like when something happens to your car, like you don't even.
This is a sport.
Right.
Racing is a sport. When you go play football, you don't make money every time you throw the football. You know, baseball, you don't make, unless you're obviously in the big leagues. But you know what I mean? When you go golfing, you don't make money. But when your golf club breaks, you got to buy a new one. It sucks, but it's what it is.
Right.
When my car breaks, I pay for it. It sucks, but it's a hobby. It's a hobby, and it's fun.
You know what I just found out recently? I was talking to Boost Doctor, and he was telling me, like, if you guys have a wreck in your car or something, there's no insurance that covers that. So y'all just... I was like, oh my God, no type of insurance would cover that?
Nope.
Oh my gosh. So
you know what? Playboy had another key factor in the comments. I just looked. You know what's also hurting the game is that everybody and their mom wants to get paid to come to the show. If you have to pay everybody to come to your show, nobody's gonna come. Like, you can't pay everybody to come. And and I'm not even gonna say it. Because lately I've been kind of expecting to get paid because I'm coming to all these shows and I'm winning. And it's not, usually I didn't care. I'm like, no, I don't need your guys' money to come to the show, but it got to the point where, why are you paying this man? And here I am coming racing more than him, and I ain't getting nothing. Like, so it was one of them things, like, if you're going to pay him, you're going to pay, you know what I mean? Now I got to get paid. If you're giving out the money, I want it too. Like, I'm not coming for free if the next man's getting paid.
Right.
So that's...
the race when the infamous race when the green car was spinning. Tell us about that. How did you feel?
Honestly, people were like, "Oh, you shit your pants." I wasn't really. Obviously I had a shitty takeoff. I was coming. I was trying to give it everything I got to come around him, and then next thing I know, I see smoke coming out his back. And And when I seen his back end start sliding. I let off the gas because I was going to stop so we didn't hit. But then it just, something in my mind was like, just hit the gas. So I hit the gas and then I hit my scramble button to give the car more power to get around him faster. And I cut to the left a little to hug the wall, and just, that was it. I mean, I wasn't really scared, but it was just, I was nervous, you know, if he would have hit me. And Chevy 86 Caprice, that's not contradicting. I don't think everybody should get paid. Listen, half these people that want to get paid to go to a race, ask them who's the last person they beat. Ask them who's the last person they raced. Like, these people think just because they build a car and talk shit on the internet, they deserve to get paid. You rarely see me, tell me not, do you rarely see me on Instagram live and shit talking shit to people?
Every once in a while, it's rarely. I see you every once in a while, but it's rare.
It's rare. Like, I don't care to talk shit. You want to race me? Okay, we'll race. What event we're gonna be at together? Let's do it. Right. You know, I'm not the master. I don't need to get clout off talking shit on Instagram. Like, I don't care. I never expected this. What this is right now, I've never expected it. I didn't come into racing to be Turbo Joe or be racing like and go, you know what I mean? And all these people knowing me, that's not what I did this for. That's not what I came in this for. That's not what I wanted to do. It was just one of them things where it just happened.
Were you surprised that blow didn't hit the wall? Were you surprised that it ended up the way that it ended up?
Yeah. Because right after I passed him, I let off the gas. But I didn't hit the brakes. I didn't know what was happening, but I was watching him out my rear view, and I seen he didn't hit the wall or nothing. So I got off the track because I knew the EMPs were going to, you know what I mean? Their EMPs were coming and this and that. So I knew I had to get off the track. And it's like, and then too, like that, I was on the street racing. I was running go to the show too, but he's saying it's hurting the game, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, everybody got their opinion.
That's why I put the questions box up the night before, so they can ask their questions in the night.
Everybody got them. But yeah, so I was racing on the street on my slick. One day I got bored and they were having they had a hat race. So I said, fuck it, I took the rims off my car and I bolted my slicks and skinnies on. So first race I did, I was racing a Mustang, and it was a fast Mustang. It was fast. I knew I was gonna get my ass whooped, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm just having fun. I look out my window, like while I'm going, and he was sideways swinging at my car.
Oh wow!
I swerved to the side and hit and jammed the brakes, and right after I jammed the brakes, he started rolling and went into the ditch. Right after. He started rolling and went in the ditch. So.
Gosh. So, after that happened, what happened? Did you stop and help him, or what happened?
Well, yeah, I stopped. Well, to be honest with you, no, I'm going to be honest. I didn't stop because it is illegal to street race, and if he got hurt and I was anywhere near the scene, I'm going to jail too. So, to be honest, everybody called me and said, get the fuck out of here. He had a cage and everything. So he was okay. The guy was okay. I'm friends with the kid to this day ever since then. He was alright, but he, that was it. So it was okay. Luckily that dunk didn't have a radio or slick on it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it would have probably rolled then.
So,
another thing, I don't want people thinking, I'm not mad at Dunkmaster for what he's doing. He's doing what he loves to do. I don't got nothing bad against him. I just don't think I just don't think it's helping the culture. It's not helping the culture. But it's not, to me it's not helping. But it's not, I can't say it's ruining it, but it's just, we'll see. We'll see how this all goes. But to me, TV's fake. When you watch Street Outlaws, that shit's fake. Street Outlaws is fake. I've seen it. It's fake.
How do you balance work life and car life and race life and personal life?
You know what? I got my boss. Well, when I'm like right now, it's winter time, so I don't even think my car's sitting in the garage. on jack stands with no shocks or nothing. It's in pieces. It's winter in Chicago. It gets cold, so I don't even think about the car right now. But other than that, in the summer, it's hard. In the summer, it's hard because there's shows every weekend. That's why I'm not at every show, because I can't take away from my life for this. You know what I mean? This isn't making me, it's not going to make me rich in my eyes. It's just, to me, this is just for fun. So I got to balance it out and figure out what shows I like, what shows look good, and then I go to that. And then, but other than that, that's about it. I mean, it's easy. My work is pretty lenient on me as long as I don't miss a bunch of days. Like, they don't care if I miss like a Monday or a Friday. So like I could leave out on Friday and come back Monday. They don't care. It's just I gotta kind of get to where I'm going and get what I'm doing done and get the hell out of there and get back home. So I can't just chill and vacation.
What's a fun fact that the fans will be surprised to know about you? A hobby that you have that we wouldn't know, or something that you do that we would never really know?
My life is cars. There's no.
Really?
My life is cars. My girlfriend is a car fanatic. She don't like rims, but she's a car fanatic. You know what I mean? There's really nothing. Like the things I do, if I'm not working on my car, I'm helping my girlfriend work on her car. If I'm not working on my car, I'm in the garage working on something else. I'm always consistently working on cars.
If you had kids, or if you have kids, would you like for them to be into racing?
If I had what? Kids?
Children,
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean,
boys or girls?
What? Yeah, oh, yeah. My girlfriend's a girl, she's into racing, so.
Right. Where do you see Big Rim racing in 5 years?
Honestly, I can't say, because I didn't think it was going to be this popular for, I never thought it would be what it is, but it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, so I honestly, I don't know. Sky's the limit, I guess you could say. It's just, it keeps, I don't see it going away no time soon, but I can tell you this, the cars are getting way too fast for what's safe.
Right.
For what's safe, the cars are way too fast. Them convertibles, like Two Fly's car, even that car's fast. It's too fast for. These cars are getting too fast for what they are, and I mean, I'm gonna keep building mine, keep going faster. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, it's just these cars are getting too fast for what they are. You know what I mean? At some point, no, my car doesn't have a roll cage, but at some point it will get one. Because even the numbers, what it does right now, if my car, like say I spin out or something like that, if the car rolls, that's it. I'm done. There's no ands ifs about it. If the car rolls at the speed we're going, we're done. Like.
Do you have plans to build any other cars to race?
You know what? The Grand National I'm building right now, I'm going to make it a little fun cruiser, but I'm going to give it a little something just because I can't be in something slow. Like, it's got to have a little bit of power, but to strictly race, no. It's this. I'm a normal working guy, and this shit's expensive.
It definitely is.
I can't afford another car, to be honest with you, to race.
Right. Well, we have about another 20 minutes. I'm gonna let you. What would you like the fans to know, or your supporters to know about Turbo Joe?
Man, I don't even know. I'm just gonna keep answering their questions. Honestly, I don't know. There's really nothing. There's nothing secretive about me. I'm not a secretive person. I'm humble until somebody pisses me off. So you'll notice anytime I'm gonna race, I'm humble, and as soon as somebody pisses me off, I'm not humble no more. So,
somebody asked, how does it feel to have? I don't think they meant any disrespect by this, but I mean, you are kind of a low key guy. How does it feel to have kind of low key beat almost all of the big, quote unquote, big dogs?
You know what? You know why I feel good? Because what I have.
Right.
People who really know me and know what I have and know truly what's in my car and what's under my car, it's impressive. 100%. My car is impressive. My car is very... I'm not being... Like, I'm not a cocky person, but if you know what my car is and what it is, it's... My car is truly amazing. It just... The things it does is you'd never expect it.
It's the little engine that could.
Yeah, it truly is. It's the little engine that could. And the thing said, I don't know, it's just, I talk to people and tell them what I got, and when they hear it, and they're like, how the hell is it doing that? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's...
You don't want to tell us?
No, I can't. That's crazy. If I, you know what, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people know what my car runs because I'm not a fool. I grudge race the big rim shit, but when I go out on the streets with like people out here, they all know what my car runs. Everybody knows what my car runs because I don't care. But I can't, like with the big rim stuff. If I say it, the next man's gonna be scared to race me regardless because they don't want people to know what their car runs. So out of respect, I can't say, you know what I mean, what it runs. But I can tell you these cars are all too fast for no cages. That's the honest to God truth. So I usually I would say I'm against cages, but when these people start putting cages in their car, as long as they got street motors, I'm not gonna be talking shit because truly these cars need cages.
So you think everyone needs a cage?
Not everyone, but a lot of them. A lot of them do need cages. Like they do.
The fast ones need cages.
Yeah,
they do. Not the slow ones.
Yeah, the slow ones don't need cages. Keep them slow motherfuckers. Keep the cages out of them so they can get in and out of them easy. Take the kids to the grocery store and so stuff like that. But I mean, for the most part, I mean it's cages for safety. It doesn't make the car faster. It's for safety. I mean, it strengthens up the frame of the car, but it's for safety at the end of the day. You know, don't nobody wanna fucking no father, no son, no brother don't wanna fucking have somebody go to their family and tell them they died racing. Like it's
right. So we have a little bit more time. I'll take some of the questions in the comments. Oh, this is a good one. Name the top 5 G bodies in the game.
Oh man. I don't know. I don't want to. You know what? I don't want to do that because then I'm gonna have people mad at me, like, "Oh, you didn't do this." So I'm not even gonna do that. But I know who number 1 is.
You.
Yep. Whether Hollywood's faster than me, Grand Nasty's faster than me, I make good passes every time. So consistency wins the race. Grand Nasty did. Grand Nasty's the only car that beat me within the last 3 years on rim. Rim to rim, Grand Nasty's the only one who's beat me.
Two Fly or Hollywood?
With the Monte Carlo?
No, the dumps. Pocahontas or Two Fly?
I never seen Pocahontas in person, but I could tell you from running Two Fly, I know exactly what he does, and I could say he's no joke. So as of right now, I have to say Two Fly because I know. So Two Fly, I know what it is, and that big tank's moving like a motherfucker. So
Boost Doctor or Grand Nasty?
Boost Doctor or Grand Nasty? See, the only problem is I love Grand Nasty. He's my boy, but he hasn't 100% figured it out yet. Like on the track. Right. See, he hasn't 100% figured it out. If he 100% figured it out, and if all right, put it this way, if he makes an A to B pass, I think he'll win. An A to B pass, I think Grand Nasty would beat Hollywood. He would beat all of them. An A to B perfect pass. He'd have to make his good pass, though.
Right.
But see, it's like, you know, it's gambling because these guys are throwing so much power at their cars out the hole on a hard tire. It's hard to say if they're gonna spin or not.
Uh-huh.
So it's hard. It's a gamble every time you let off that brake on hard tire.
I saw some of the questions, and he answered those questions earlier in the interview. So you guys will just have to go back and watch because we don't really have a whole lot of time. But I'm trying to see if
I will never run Playboy.
Yeah, you already said that.
And see, another thing about my car is our tracks down here are only open a few months a year. So our cars are all like my car's set up for no prep. Like I could go race a car on no prep surface. Like they could scrape the track, get all the prep off the track, and I could still make my car go A to B every time. Like that's how my car's set up for. So when I go down south, these tracks, I get thrown off because I could actually put more power into the car. But I don't know how much more power I can put into the car, so I never turn it up. Because I get scared that I'm going to turn it up and then I'm going to spin and then I lose.
So have you, do you tune your own car when you're out? You know, when you're out?
When I'm out, I send my tuner. I take, like when I got to Miami, that's why I hurried up because my plane, man, it was bad. My plane got canceled the night before that show in Miami because the weather was so bad in Chicago. My plane got canceled. I had to catch a flight. I didn't get to the track till 5 o'clock. Wow. My car was already at the track. My boy took my car off the trailer, had it ready, and I was trying to get there. I was Ubering. I got to the track and I made a test pass and sent my tuner the data log. And then my tuner messaged me back, and he said, your car is good. Go ahead. So I knew it was good to go. So that's what I do. When I'm going out of town, I tell my tuner, and he carries his laptop with him. And as soon as I tell him I sent him something, he checks it, makes sure it's good, and then that's it. He tells me it's good, and I go.
That's a good question. What would your dream? What dream car would you build if money was not an issue?
Race-wise or just half?
You can do both.
Half-wise would be a 69 Camaro, and it would be fully custom and pro touring for just street ability and cruising, no racing. Racing, I still have my Buick.
Really?
I'm a Buick fanatic. I love Buick. I'm a Grand National junkie. I love Grand Nationals. I'm a T-type and Grand National junkie. I love
really?
If Turbo 6s weren't such temperamental motors, my car would have a Turbo 6 in it.
So, what can we expect next from Turbo Joe?
Wheel change.
Okay. So it sounds like it's an exclusive on Rydes and Vybes. We got a wheel change coming.
See my girlfriend's on here. Seen her throw a little comment. I see you on there, Camaro girl.
So he says, Joe, you run on alcohol ever?
No, my car's pumpy 85.
That's what's up.
85 straight.
All right. So what's the next race we can catch you at?
Hold on, I can't hear you.
Okay.
Okay, it can't. My truck shut off, so it canceled out the Bluetooth. Now I can hear you.
What's the next race we can catch you at?
I think we're planning on going to Stunt Fest.
Okay.
That's the next one right now. Is Stunt Fest.
Do you prefer to have races locked in when you're going to travel?
I prefer to just get there and do it, depending on the situation. If I'm going to like a town where I don't know anything or know anybody, no. Like I like to have it raced. But by far my favorite place to go is Florida. That's my favorite place to go. Yeah.
Everyone loves Florida.
Because I don't need the race to have fun.
Everyone loves it here.
Me and my girl just go to Miami and we can chill on the beach all day. We drive my car. That's a street car. We drive that thing to the beach and cruise, and it's just. I would prefer Florida over anything all day.
All right, so those are all my questions. What do you have to say? I'm gonna give you the floor.
I don't know. I really don't. I think I just about covered everything.
I was just trying to see if you had anything else you wanted to cover.
I think I just about covered everything, but, you know, that's really about it. I'm just going through my car right now because I got to do. See, that's the difference too. I go through my car all the time and check a bunch of things, so I try not to have problems when I go out of state. I try not to, but it's hard. Things do happen, but right now I'm going through the car right now because both times Orlando and Miami, my rear coilovers were shot. I had no shocks in the back, both Miami and Orlando. But after Orlando, it was so warm still in Chicago, I kept wanting to drive around. So I didn't take my coilovers off to have them fixed. I just kept riding them. I didn't care. But now, after Miami, I'm like, all right, so now I got the car all apart, and I sent all my shocks in to have them rebuilt because they were blown out. So I should be able to get the car to go a little faster than what I was. Plus, I had a little technical difficulties in Florida that nobody knows about, but I got it that covered up too. So it's good. I got a few more little horses I can let out the stable on that one. It didn't have everything. I got that little 5.3 that could. It got a little more magic up its sleeve.
Like when they said 5.3, I was like, that's all?
My suspension guy just popped on. I see him right there. Doing little hand. That's excessive suspension.
So, yeah, if you don't have, those were all my questions. I want to tell you, I really, really appreciate you taking time, because I know you're still working. I appreciate you taking time from working to answer all of our questions. The fans were really very excited to hear from you. They said right now you're kind of the champ.
Yeah, I never expected to be. I'm going to tell you that right now. When I get into a race, I expect to lose, because I expect the worst and hope for the best. And you know what always amazes me? Usually the people that go into it not feeling like in life, like when you don't feel like, you're like, okay, well, we're just gonna see what happens. Those are when big things happen. That's when when you were driving and Low was spinning, I swear I was standing in this. I bet with you, by the way, because I didn't think those 30s were going. I'm gonna tell you right now. Low's a driver. Yes. He knew what he was doing. He got his little time frame that he wanted from when I gave him the back tire and the hit. He got the time frame he wanted, and I waited to start coming up on boost. And as soon as I tried coming up on boost, Low left. I'm like, this motherfucker. So I left on no boost. I left on nothing. I was like, this motherfucker. I left on nothing. Like, shit. So if anybody that knows cars, if you watch the video, you see my car leave, and you see it like, and then it starts going. My shit was choking. It sounded like somebody poured water in my intake or something. It did not want to go.
Well, the point I was trying to make is when those things happen, when you are there and those things happen, you're like, oh my God, these are amazing moments. Like the time Macho did, I think you were there, the time Macho did the 3-wheel motion. And it's just like, those are the times, like even seeing it on the internet, you had to be there to see what happened with you and Low. Seeing it on video or on a pic, it doesn't do
the same. It doesn't do the same. But the one thing about me is a lot of these cars now that are racing can't go out and enjoy their cars. They're race cars with rims on them. And to me, it takes the fun out of it too. Because, rim racing to me was a sport, but it was the reason I liked it so much was because it was street cars having fun on the track. Now it's to the point where they're race cars. These cars can't drive around the block. They can't go drive to the store. You know what I mean? My girl wants to go to the grocery store. I throw her the keys to my car and say, take it. Like, it's a street car. I take it on the highway, go downtown Chicago. I go all over with the car. It's a street car.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess
you got a fan on here. KP, stand up.
I guess.
See what you got.
I guess we don't. There's nothing else you can say. That was a great way to end it. You know, your car is just a street car.
Yeah, it's a true street car. Like I'll tell you what, if my truck didn't start tomorrow, I'm gonna jump in my car and take that motherfucker to work. I wouldn't miss work because my truck didn't start. I don't care if there's snow on the ground. It's a street car. It got heat.
Right. Well, thank you for joining. We really appreciate it. And yeah, we can't wait to see what's next from you, Turbo Joe.
Hold on, before we get off, hold on, we might lose.
Oh, you're gonna show us the car, that's right.
Or no?
Yeah,
okay, now I'm not going to be able to go in because it's going to be... I got new doors. I'm not using
Oh, wow.
It's a real Grand National, too.
Right. Wow.
But yeah, so that's the one. You'll see that. That'll be out pretty soon.
Okay.
I'm actually hoping if I come down to Dunk Day, I might drive that car to Miami. I might drive that car.
Well, looks like we got an exclusive. I appreciate it.
Yep. Well, yeah. So I'm gonna get in there and get to work. I got the old man from my work in there. He's in there working. I've been in the car on the phone.
Well, thank you for joining. We appreciate you sitting down to answer our questions. You enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, hey, you want to know the one race I want to do real bad is?
Who?
Jimmy Vegas Neutron. I want to be the first one he races. He's been being nice lately, but I want to. If I get out on him by 5, I'm still hitting the scramble button just to go 10. I want to make him wish he never got in the lane next to me.
Well, we'll see.
I am gonna unleash all the 5-3 on his ass.
Well, we'll see. I guess hopefully sometime soon.
All right.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, no problem.